everybody, my name is Sophia Middleton and we're here today to talk about the government's Kickstart programme and how CNG Design are raring to go to have someone on board that fits within the Kickstart programme. So there are some criteria to the Kickstart programme in order for us to be able to see it through. The first one is that all candidates, all clients need to be on the universal credit system. They need to be receiving it. What we'll do is we'll put a link within the post on how to start your application process. Once you've applied, you will be appointed a work coach. And when you're appointed a work coach, you'll then have access to all the jobs available. So now let me hand you over to Chris Grimm, owner and director of CNG Design, who'll talk about what kind of person and what position CNG Design has within the Kickstart programme. Over to you, Chris. Tell us a bit more about what position is available at CNG Design through the Kickstart scheme.
Yeah, morning everyone. I decided to take on the Kickstart scheme because when I was at school, I didn't do particularly well. I didn't want to stay on at school. I didn't want to go into higher education, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I did know what I wanted is to go out and work. But nowadays, getting a work between 16 and 24-year-old with no experience, etc., is very difficult. And having a daughter of 16, I understand the hassles that young people go through. So I decided it was a good idea to take somebody on through the Kickstart scheme. What I'm looking for in the individual is someone who's got the ability to learn, who wants to learn. The education side of things, not that important for me, purely because of my background, where I was at that age. However, I need someone to be good at timekeeping. I want somebody to be an honest person. I want somebody to be hardworking, for one, and just want to learn. So the program is for a 6-month period from when you start, and you're going to learn a hell of a lot of what we do within the business throughout that 6-month term. That'll be from the account side of things. It'll be from the deliveries that we accept in. It'll be the deliveries that we then put out. It'll be the computer software we use in order to do our designs. Basically, every aspect of my working day and Robert's working day within the business will be taught to the individual.
So do you want to explain who Robert is?
So Robert's my brother. He's been in the business for about 5 years with me now. His experience was the same as mine. When we left school, we both joined retail. So we both went into the supermarkets. Started off at the Co-op, and then Robert progressed his career through Morrison's. He worked his way up in various different management roles. But as I started growing the business, I needed an extra body to help me through what I needed to run the company. And Robert was the ideal guy. So I approached him, asking him to join me, like I say, about 5 years ago. And he's still here going strong. So we are busier than we've ever been, and I want to give something back to a young individual, try and get them on the ladder, because even if they don't necessarily want to have a career in what we do as a company, they will learn a hell of a lot through what our experience has been through our working life so far.
So they'll be able to get the skills, the basic skills plus that are appropriate, relevant and appropriate to most jobs that are out there at the moment. So we're not talking about qualifications necessarily. So it's that, you know, don't shy away from the application process because you're scared of, you know, the qualification side of it. Not interested in that, but it's the personality that presumably, Chris, they've got to become confident with speaking to strangers. And be open, honest, and listening to the requirements of both the customer and the team, the CNG team. So you know, how many people work within CNG? How many teams have you got? Whereabouts do you work? How, if you wanted to sell the position, and the position is showroom assistant, how would you sell that job to a 16 to 24-year-old? What will make it exciting and worthwhile for them?
It'll be exciting for somebody to come on board because they'll not only get the aspect of the job that's involved in the showroom itself. If they're willing to and they want to, we'll put them on the sites with our teams. So what they'll gain experience in is, first of all, our initial appointment with that client to go out, have a discussion with them in the house, then come back, then we do the design for the client. Then we bring the client back into the showroom. We go through the whole design process, the selling process, the delivery process, and then they can actually go out on site with the team to actually see the installation process as well. So they'll get to see it from start to the very, very finish and actually get a whole appreciation of what we do. So even if the individual doesn't have a necessary interest in working in a shop per se, they're going to see a hell of a lot more than just one part of a business.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 dedicated teams that work alongside us. We've just recently taken on our own plumber and our own joiner on the books because we've become so busy since we came back from lockdown, and we're continuing to grow. So we may even have another additional team on the books by the end of this year, beginning of next year.
Fantastic. So just going through, and the details are on the link to the Kickstart scheme, that, you know, once you've got your application for universal credit, you'll have all these jobs open to you. But the CNG showroom assistant, the kind of job description that you've put up there is training on your 3D drawing software, learning about the basic administrative and accountancy procedures. You'll be able to take on responsibility for putting in the job orders into your own software ready for sign off. Lots of in-house training, which has always got to be a good thing. And learning and absorbing about CNG's key suppliers and developing the relationships with them. Obviously shadowing yourself and shadowing Robert.
Yep.
And being under the supervision of Robert, who's a fantastic guy. Engaging with the general public, answering the phone, as we said, establishing good relationships with CNG's client base, learning about the operations side of kitchen, bedroom and bathroom installations. We haven't actually said what CNG is about. And the geographical range is anywhere from Dundee right up to Aberdeen. So let's talk about transport and the logistics of getting to CNG Design. CNG Design is in Lawrence Kirk High Street. So for those people that aren't driving, what is your suggestion?
It's a difficult one. So the transport links to Lawrence Kirk in terms of rail are very good. In terms of bus from south, probably Brecon to Montrose, or from Montrose to us is relatively good. Transport links from Stonehaven, Aberdeen down to us via bus, I'm not too sure on. Depending on where the individual's based, if they're local to Lawrence Kirk, it's going to be very easy to come in. If they're local to, say, Montrose or Broth, Brecon, there may be a situation where we can collect them and drop them off. So yeah, the individual can be from around the surrounding areas from Lawrence Kirk, from maybe 10-20 miles, and for the right person we will work with them to make sure that they come to us. In terms of the hours, so the hours are 25 hours as a contract with the government that have put the scheme together. So that 25 hours will be split over Monday to Thursday, because we close on a Friday.
Yeah.
It may be that we might get them in on an occasional Saturday to show them the role of a Saturday process, where the majority of our clients come in for the in-store appointments. But I think definitely initially it will be Monday to Thursday, with a 25 hours split over those 4 days.
Fantastic. So for anyone out there who knows of a 16 to 24-year-old, or if you yourself are age 16 to 24, do get in touch through the Kickstart scheme and the universal credit application process. And we'd love to hear from you. Any questions, please just get in touch. Happy to answer them and happy to help out. Tracy, who is our contact, is very brave and is saying that she'd love to get someone into CNG Design, and has loads of other job opportunities as well. So I'm going to put up her email address. And if you have any problems, then do email Tracy Scullion direct. Thank you very much, Chris. Lovely to speak to you, and we will talk soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.